Of course we want to read the poneglyphs, but the reason why they were made in the first place is interesting as well. Why was their message so important that they had to inscribe it on unbreakable stone to pass on to future generations? Why were they hidden and scattered across the world? Why were they not stored in a library? The only logical conclusion is that they feared their message would be too easily destroyed if they had written it on paper. In other words, they had an enemy. Someone who was afraid of the information they wanted to pass on.
What are you trying to imply, Professor Clover?
Since the ancients have disappeared, we must assume that they were defeated by this enemy, and that whoever they were, they survived through history. It may be no coincidence that roughly 800 years in the past, when the blank century came to an end, the organization we now call the World Government was founded. Therefore, if this unknown enemy was indeed the world government, it might be in their best interest to erase this inconvenient piece of information and let the ancients disappear into a fabricated blank century. By analyzing ancient manuscripts and piecing together what we could from the few poneglyphs we were able to find, we discovered the existence of a previously unknown country. Although the details we found were a bit scarce, we believe it was a grand and powerful kingdom. And yet, despite their strength, not a trace remains. Or rather, those traces were deliberately erased. But they were prepared for this possibility even as they faced the threat of extinction. And so they etched their history in stone before their kingdom was crushed under the might of the allied nations now known as the World Government. Thus, the reason why the poneglyphs were made becomes quite clear.
I see. That's a bold hypothesis.
It's true that the ancient weapons would be a threat to the world. But more so than weapons, what I believe the world government is afraid of is the history surrounding this lost kingdom. Its existence and its ideologies are so dangerous to you that you would kill to keep them secret. Although we still don't know what makes you fear this kingdom, we do at least know its name. Since we've gone so far already, perhaps you'd like me to share it with you now.
Kill him!